All right, here's a personal story of anti-Trump bias. You ready? Our next guest shares in a new op-ed of the Federalist how coming out as a Republican Trump supporter has been tougher than coming out as gay in his real life. He writes this.
A number of my friends no longer have time to see me. Lifelong acquaintances now regard me with fear and distrust. No, I am not a sex offender. I am something even worse than that. I am a Donald Trump supporter. Adam Levine joins us now, and he's a contributing writer for The Federalist and the CEO of Marxted Limited. He's also the son of a former Democratic congressman. Adam, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me on, you guys.
You're welcome. So what made you want to write this, and why was coming out as a Trump supporter even harder than coming out and saying that you were gay?
Well, you know, I think we've become, as my grandmother liked to say, we've become so open-minded right now in our society that our brains have fallen out. The corollary out there goes that there's nothing in the entirety of human history that even approaches the level of evil of our president. So no treatment of a supporter of our president is too bad.
So you talk about being 20 years old and you came out as gay and your family was fully supportive. And now you say when you came out and you were Republicans, that's when you started losing friends. You actually say supporting Donald Trump, according to others, the people that were in your life, is nothing less than Satan embodied. So how do you explain the anger thrown your direction just because you have a political point of view and a candidate that you support? How do you explain it?
Right. Well, you know, I think we're currently seeing a crisis which marks the twilight of the Democrats as the party of the moral high ground. You know, over the course of American history, parties change. Remember that when Abraham Lincoln ended slavery, he was a Republican. My dad actually switched from being a Republican to being a Democrat in the late 60s because the Republicans were moving in the wrong direction, and he felt that the Democrats represented the underdog and were strongest on racial equality. Now today, the Democratic Party fosters a new, equally insidious intolerance, which is for diversity of thought. It manifests itself as oppression of free speech of the highest order, and it's cloaked in morality. So by promulgating the myth that only terrible people are capable of being supportive of our president, which is, of course, complete rubbish, they claim to be motivated by righteousness, but the only problem is that there's no truth to that claim.
So why do you support the president?
Well, I support the president for a number of reasons. I think that without Obama, we would never have had Trump. I think that in order to understand the rise of Donald Trump, I think that you need to understand how much certain members of our country were harmed by the Obama administration. But that said, I'm really in awe of Donald Trump on his own. I think that he has, from an economic standpoint, taken what was a gigantic dumpster fire of an economy and actually successfully put it back on track in such a short period of time. But I think across the boards, he's just been outstanding. I think he's probably the greatest president that our country has ever seen.
But Adam, what you're experiencing is the exact reason why nobody understood the way Donald Trump won the election. Nobody talked about it because they saw the backlash, but they did vote for him, and they might just do it again. Adam Levine, thanks so much.
Adam, thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys. Really appreciate it.